Alright, time to look over my notes for my Tron Uprising vlog, and then wonder why on earth I took notes this time. How did I click on trending? Star Wars Rebels trailer. Well, I have the time. Okay.
To defeat your enemy.
I'm sorry, Tron. Gotta go with Star Wars on this one. Wait, has this thing been recording this whole time? Okay, yes, so this week's vlog is not going to be on Tron Uprising yet again, but really, that was all pretty much true, even though I did have to reshoot my reaction, like, 20 times, because it's just like, that was really what I was going to do. I was going to do my Tron Uprising video. I actually do have notes right here, 3 whole pages of notes. So, like, I was really going to do this, I'm not lying. But then this trailer came out, and I looked at it, I watched it because I watched the show, and because I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and I just had to talk about it. So there are, okay, so if you guys don't know what the show is about yet, or you're not caught up, then, or if you haven't seen it or anything, I'll give you pretty much the shortest little summary I can. Ezra Bridger is an Alliance knockoff, like, they're both owned by Disney, so I guess it fits, who accidentally gets mixed up with these rebels, consisting of Hera, the pilot, Kanan, the Jedi, don't tell anyone, he wants to be undercover, Zeb, who's sort of like James from Firefly. It's really the best way I know how to describe him. Chopper, who's sort of like the R2-D2, although where R2-D2 is based off of a dog, Chopper is based off of a cat, and it kind of shows. And then there's Sabine, a Mandalorian, who, if you don't know what Mandalorians are, you have never seen Star Wars The Clone Wars, or you have and you forgot, in which case you need to go rewatch Season 3. Um, but really that's the best season. But, so, that's pretty much, now pretty much Ezra seems to be strong with the Force, so Kanan, the Jedi, becomes his master, and Ezra becomes a Padawan. So now they go out, be rebels, because why wouldn't they? As they try and fight the Empire, which is around at this time. It takes place in between episode 3 and 4, so they are existent. And then they're also running away from the Empire, and also the Inquisitors, which are sort of like Jedi hunters, and they also hunt down children of the Force, which are kids that are very strong with the Force, and sort of future Jedi. So that's pretty much the rundown of the show in a very simple manner. But along the way with these rebels, they also meet up with some characters from Clone Wars and even from the movies. Like, they meet up with that one bounty hunter guy that always seemed to show up in Clone Wars. Um, they meet up with Rex. That's pretty cool. They also meet up with Wolf and Gregor, so yeah, I guess Gregor survived. Never really saw how. He just sort of does. Thanks for explaining that. Last time we see him, he's going into rapid fire, but yeah, I guess he just got out unharmed. And we also meet up with Wolf, who was another one of the clones. So 3 clones have now survived Order 66, which is pretty cool. and they also meet up with Yoda. Well, okay, they hear Yoda. We haven't actually seen him um, until now, but I'll get to that when I get to that. They also meet up with Darth Vader. That's cool, and I've heard like this really cool thing that he was actually voiced by James Earl Jones on this show. If so, that is awesome. I can't find any actor on IMDb anywhere for who voiced him, so like I don't know, maybe. I guess I just need to watch that one episode where he comes in and says something again and watch the end credits to that. And we also meet up with one more familiar face, Ahsoka, who is a big part of this trailer. And I gotta, I got to bring this up, guys. If you haven't seen Clone Wars, what are you doing watching this? You should be watching Star Wars The Clone Wars. That's an awesome show. Season 3 is the best. The episodes with the son, father, and daughter, best episodes out of the whole show. Part 3 is the best. I'm getting sidetracked. But yeah, really, if you haven't seen that, that's a big follow up for this show. So that's definitely something to check out before you see this show. But for all those who have seen both of those, or at least have seen one of those, and if Clone Wars is the one that you've seen, then why are you watching a Star Wars Rebels reaction? So yeah, that's pretty much the summary of the show and as fast as possible for me. Because really, I just want to get onto this trailer. This trailer is great. Um, it has actually got me very hyped up. Like, okay, so the main things that got me hyped up in the Force Awakens trailer are stuff from the original movies. Because we met those characters, we know those characters, so that's sort of what happened with me in that moment in the trailer. I'm just bringing this up as like a very big comparison thing, for what I'm going to say in a minute. And like the other stuff with the Force Awakens trailer, I couldn't get into as much because I had no idea who these people were. But with this trailer, that's not the case. I am actually more excited for this than I was for Force Awakens. Yep, I know that that's sad, but shut up. Um, so the main reason is because we got to spend a whole entire other show with some of these characters, um, and we've also gotten to spend a 2 season thing with these other characters, so we know these characters by now. So this trailer really got me excited. Um, so for one of the minor things that I'm going to bring up is spoilers. But Yoda is in this. Yoda, looking like what the heck happened to Yoda? I'm sorry, this is just like a really big thing to me. What happened to Yoda? I'm sorry, the design from Clone Wars was fine. What happened to him? Here, he just looks like I don't know what he looks like. He just looks so weird. What in the world happened to him? Was he drunk during this show one time or something? Like, what happened to him? Like, for the most part, he does seem like the Yoda that we know and love, but, like, his design is just really weird. Then another thing that's pretty cool, there are now 3 Inquisitors when there were only 2 hunting them down. That's awesome. Um, we also get to see some Jedi. Jedi. Okay, well technically they're Jedi guards called the Grey Knights. They were actually some of the only Jedi to use the yellow lightsaber, which is awesome by the way. I've been wanting to see a yellow lightsaber for a while, and now I'm so glad I have freaking seen one. But yeah, they pretty much are sort of the Jedi Temple's bodyguards. They're also trained in the ways of the Force. So they pretty much could be Jedi, but instead they want to guard the temple. Because why wouldn't they? And apparently they survived Order 66, so that's awesome. And now, I don't know what they're doing, but I honestly cannot wait to find out because it looks amazing. I mean, like, Jedi. Other freaking Jedi. That is great. Um, I also want to know what on earth was Ezra riding? Like, Ezra was riding something in this trailer. It's just like, when Yoda says that your powers are getting dangerous, like he's riding this, his powers are growing, that's just like he's riding this thing. What is he riding? Like, we see them a little bit earlier in the trailer, too. I have no idea what they are. So, there's that. But now, there's also Princess Leia in this, that's cool. And she seems to be about the age of Ezra, which seems about right. They were actually sort of born on the same day, so that's kind of cool. Um, so there's that. Leia's in this, so there is a chance that we can see Luke in this too. Don't know what he'd be doing, but he could be there. Um, Now I want to bring up the thing that has disappointed me about this trailer. No Obi-Wan. I love Obi-Wan. He's one of the only good things in the prequels. Um, Ewan McGregor did a great job, and even though he wasn't given really anything, um, but I do have to admit he was the best part of the prequels to me, and it's awesome to see him. It was awesome to see him in the first episode, but never again after that. What has happened? Really? Is he ever going to be coming into the show? Just let us know. Tell us if he is or not. Don't get our hopes up. Um, and we've also seen some of the freedom fighters from Clone Wars that I think were in season 3. They might have been in season 4 though. Um, so that's pretty cool. We get to see them again. And now I get into the good stuff. And I mean like the really awesome looking stuff. Mainly all this stuff has to do with the dark side. And I gotta say, it looks awesome. Okay, so for one of the minor things, we can see Ezra and Ahsoka are watching a holocron of Anakin Skywalker training. Ezra, for some odd reason, is saying that, wow, he's amazing, even though he's just sort of dodging lasers as they slowly come towards him. Real amazing. But, yeah, so that's really cool. I think that we can see a little bit of, Ahsoka talking to Ezra about, Anakin, and I really want to see that, because that's something that I think will be awesome with Ahsoka in this. Um, Ahsoka is awesome, and I'm going to save her for last, because everything that happens with her in this trailer just looks great. And that's pretty much the best stuff to me, so I'm gonna save that. Um, and so after we see that, Anakin holocron, which is awesome, we've also seen a Sith holocron in the hands of Ezra. Yeah, they bring up the dark side as reaching out to Ezra here. Hmm, that's pretty interesting, because he's at a Sith temple. That doesn't look good. I am very concerned as to what will happen to Ezra now. But he does have a Sith holocron, which is cool. If you guys don't know the difference, Sith holocrons are red, while Jedi's are blue, and the Sith ones are in a triangle shape, while the Jedi ones are in a square shape. So there's so now you know. Also the outlining things on the Jedi holocrons are brown, where the Sith ones are sort of a gold. But now you know the differences. So, but wow, I just gotta say, this looks awesome. Um, but this isn't even the best stuff in the trailer with Ezra and the Sith holocron. Oh, and he also got a crossguard lightsaber. Really? Okay, crossguard lightsabers. I gotta admit, they do look kind of cool, but really? Does Ezra need that? I mean, like, okay, Ezra's lightsaber is awesome. That's it. That's my favorite lightsaber. His lightsaber has a gun on it too. How is that not cool? Oh, and a crossguard lightsaber. Oh, well, it has things on the. We'll have some lightsaber parts on the side. Oh, well, never mind. Color me impressed. Now you have some stupid thing on the side. What are you gonna do with that? I mean, okay, it can work, but it can be helpful and everything. But really, really, like, okay, did you really need that? I'm hoping that Ezra is just like holding that for someone because like I really don't want to see his lightsaber, which has a cool gun on it, to just be taken away and be like, yeah, well, this is crap. No one needs that. Oh, look, a crossguard. Um, so yeah, I don't really want to see that happen. But we actually have seen Ezra touch the dark side a bit, so that looks really awesome. I do want to see him sort of go a little bit dark side here. That looks really interesting. And another thing about this is who might be teaching him in the dark side? Who might this be, you ask? Darth Maul, maybe. Darth freaking Maul. Okay, so I'm not gonna try and spoil anything from Clone Wars, but he's in it. That's pretty much all I gotta say about it, and he is awesome. He's got his brother, Savage Opress. He was okay. But Maul, oh my god. Okay, so, wow, just wow. Alright, so we only get like a few seconds of him, and it just looks great. I can't wait to see what's going on with Maul and everything, because that just looks awesome. And I just really want to see Maul come back, because Palpatine kept him alive. We don't know why. I really want to find out why. It just looks so awesome. I just want to find out why he's still here. What did Palpatine keep him alive for? Um, and so yeah, I'm really curious as to what's going on with Maul here. And okay, so Ezra might be his apprentice. There's something. Oh my God, why? You and Kanan are really good. You and Kanan are. You guys are master and apprentice. Why are you trying to leave him? What's going on? I really want to find that out. Although I'm kind of worried that I'll be like at the end of the end of the season, and I'll just be like waiting and waiting for this to come, and then finally at the end of it, then I'll just be like, oh, okay, so that's when that happens. All right. But that's also something that I'm worried about with Ahsoka's story, and this is what I've been saving. And oh my god. Okay, so oh my gosh, they have Anakin's actual voice actor from the Clone Wars come back. That is great. I love that. I love seeing that happen. That's awesome. So he came back. That's just great. And like there's one little scene where he's just like saying to Ahsoka, "Why'd you leave me? Don't you see what I've become?" It's just like, oh my god, that is awesome. Okay, and it does kind of remind me of like the third half of the father, son, and daughter story arc in Clone Wars, which was great. Anakin's vision in that episode, I could watch that all day, and I could literally just listen to those few lines from Anakin all day, because that is just great. And it looks like they're going to be fighting, so that looks really cool. Like Anakin has gone all dark side on her now, so this is probably going to be a pretty emotional battle. I mean, like, we've gotten to know they were very good friends, and they had a lot of respect for each other as master and apprentice. And when Ahsoka left the Jedi Order, it, it well, we didn't really see it, but we can kind of guess that Anakin was a little bit discouraged by that. Um, and it just, it was a sad moment when she left, and I was kind of upset that we never got to see any episodes following up on that with how Anakin felt about it, but I'm okay with it. But it just looks great in that they're finally continuing this. It just looks amazing. I really do want to see what's going on with Ahsoka and Anakin here. Because that's mainly the big interest thing for me this season. Ever since Ahsoka came out, I was just like, dude, you do know that you're fighting Darth Vader, right? You know who Darth Vader is, right? No? We'll find out. So, when she actually did, I was very happy. I was very happy to see that. Unfortunately, they didn't follow up on that for some reason. Um, but like Ahsoka was one of like the three people that Anakin was the closest to. Like probably the first being his wife, of course, Padme. Then probably the second one might be Ahsoka or Obi-Wan. It might have been a tie. And then just like put the one that then just put them right, mainly just put the one that might have lost that tie in the third position, but like that's pretty much how it was with them. So like I'm really curious as to seeing what's gonna happen with them because like you can tell Ahsoka has some pretty big feelings about this. Her master has gone all dark side, and even though she's seen this before, uh, she's seeing it again. So, and now it's permanent. It's not like a temporary thing that stupid father can just erase out of his head. Why did he have to erase that? He caused the death of hundreds of people that way. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got very sidetracked on that, but like, father, why do you have to erase that? Three people's lives, like over 100. Come on. Needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, man. But I'm sorry for that. I got a little bit sidetracked. That just really annoys me. Um, but yeah, I really do want to see what's happening in between them because that just looks so interesting, and it kind of does remind me of that three-parter from Clone Wars. So that's something that I really want to see come back because that was like my favorite episodes. It got very interesting. So I'm really curious as to what Rebels is gonna do with it. And that's about it. It's a great trailer. It's got me very pumped up. I really want to watch this when it comes out. It's coming out in a few days, so actually, I think it comes out tomorrow. So I'm definitely gonna be watching it, and that's about it. Bye.